I'm afraid I have bad news for the folks at home. We got Activision, we got Battlefield 6, we also have YouTube in the news, and this is gonna be spicy, okay? The only good thing we know here is about Xbox, but that is just for the Xbox fans. Let's say somebody who plays on Soulja Boy, right? That boy will not be able to get those exclusives. Got 9 things at hand, so let's go for 1 like on the video. If an alpha chat master like you is new here, I cover all the big news, so consider subscribing. But coming in at number 9, Activision is investigating issues with the Black Ops servers. Dr. Enib, he showed up by saying that they cannot catch a break with the broken servers. A man from the streets said that, hey, Twitter cannot catch a break from you. The homie Bryga came out with the old footage that is actually gold. This happened back then when Lizard Squad got their schlongs involved and they took down the PlayStation servers, the Xbox servers. This was a golden era, okay? But really, man, it do be like this. People out there that are apparently leaking Activision servers, like, motherfuckers crazy, bro. This is Activision straight up sucking the power of those potatoes out there. It's kinda sad. Speaking of YouTube, this is a disaster, okay? When I first saw this, man, I was like, maybe I gotta quit YouTube or something, right? But we're hearing that YouTube will start deducting US taxes from creators who don't live in the US. Bro, this is massive. I'm gonna try to explain it like in simple English, like real quick, so it's easy to understand for everybody that doesn't do YouTube. The situation here is that if you make $100 over on YouTube, obviously YouTube will take 45% off it, right? And then you get left with like $55. That's like YouTube. But now the $55 you will make, US government will take 30%. That's like what the numbers are saying if you are not in the US. So let's say, you know, a YouTuber is like in India, like agar aap India mein rehte ho aur aap $100. Let me explain this in English. If somebody lives outside of US and their viewers are in the US, they are gonna be double taxed. So they're gonna have to pay taxes in their own country, and on top of that, they gotta pay taxes in the US because their viewers are in US. And a lot of people are blaming YouTube, and understandably so, but the situation here is that this is the US government, dog. This is not like YouTube's fault. Yo, motherfuckers at US government, they are making this law, and this is definitely sad for all the smaller YouTubers out there. Yeah, I'm a small YouTuber as well, like by no means I'm big, so this is gonna affect me as well. But the good news, quote unquote, for people who live in the UK and Canada is that they have a tax treaty with US, and if your country have a tax treaty with the US, then the chances are you're not gonna be double taxed, meaning that you will only have to pay the taxes in your own country. And I'm personally in Canada, so my YouTube is still throwing might be words like that, so I'm still not 100% sure that if I'm in the green or if I'm in the red. This is gonna be really sad for people who are outside of the US that are trying to do YouTube, and if your country is not like that doesn't have a tax treaty with US, then good luck, man. Like they're gonna come after your 2 Benjamins that you're gonna make per month. Getting your foot in the door is getting harder and harder, and this is definitely gonna put a dent. This is bad, bro. Imagine making $200 and more than half of it, or let's say half of it, let's normalize the numbers real quick. I know 50% doesn't sound normal, right? But half of that is gone to Uncle Sam. Like seriously. So if you're in the position, if you're an oil prince out there, support your favorite YouTubers. I'm definitely not your favorite YouTuber, so you know, kind of sad, but maybe one day. Also in the news, Roberto Serrano came out and he says that this Thursday there's the Xbox event or Xbox event related to newly Series X and S optimized games. Bethesda games are not involved because Xbox UK says that on Thursday there's gonna be something, but that is TBA, aka to be announced. Then Samuel Batman, he's the UK marketing lead for Xbox out there, so Xbox, he says this is absolutely not the case. It's just a stream of the Xbox On community team playing Crash Bandicoot 4.
Hey yo, what the
bro? First Nintendo, then the PlayStation, and now we're gonna have Xbox. Like all of these 3 companies are disappointing the homies big time. The only hope we got is the KFC console that actually announced their console and they completely disappear. Like we do not know when it's coming out. The last hope here is the Soulja Boy console. That's probably gonna be a knockoff Chinese console. Obviously I'm just joking around for 2 people who would think that I'm actually being for real. Speaking of some good news for the Xbox fans out there, so Xbox officially tweeted out, we've always been fans, but now we're family. Welcome to the team Xbox Bethesda. I know some of you will be confused like Dr. Enib as well, because these are facts, yo. Like Daddy Phil Spencer paid Bethesda $7.5 billion like last year around like September, October time. But motherfuckers in suit out there, they took their time to actually make sure this deal goes through. The Xbox players are celebrating big. Well, you know, GG's. Speaking of Activision doing fans dirty again, in the words of the homie Commander Josh, well, we got some Sony Pony news. PlayStation Plus members, a new combat pack is available now for Black Ops and Warzone. And I gotta be honest, yo, this skin looks semi-decent. Normally, whenever I see these skins that are free, the free-to-play skins in this game doesn't even get my neurons to connect. I don't even fire 2 neurons by looking at these skins, but this time, yo, I gotta be honest, okay? I did get that dopamine flowing. I mean, if it's free, it's for me. Also, in the news, some users logging into HBO Max to watch Tom and Jerry the movie were instead met by Zack Snyder's Justice League in all its glory thanks to an accidental leak. I read this comment somewhere and the unknown guy said that I sat down with my kids to actually watch the Tom and Jerry movie and instead Batman pulled up and put out F you. Bro, I look at this, I'm like, hey, why can't stuff like that happen to Rockstar Games? Why can't Rockstar Games announce maybe like, you know, GTA remastered trailer gameplay stream, and instead of showing us that, they show us the GTA 6 gameplay? Smash the like button if you agree, right? Like, I wish stuff like that would happen. But speaking of Uncharted 5, we're hearing that Nolan North has not heard anything about Uncharted 5, and recently he has done a stream, and you know, this is what we're hearing. If they are making a new Uncharted, I don't know about it. If they are and I don't know about it and I'm not in it, I'm gonna throw some hands. We're gonna have some problems. There could be multiple scenarios out there. Exhibit A, well, Uncharted 5 is not happening. Number B, Uncharted, or Alphabet B, Uncharted 5 might be in early development and therefore they haven't called in Nolan North or anybody right now because they are in early development. C, maybe it's not Uncharted. D, maybe they are working on an Uncharted reboot. E, maybe they are actually working on Uncharted, something to do with like Sully and Nathan Drake's brother. It could be that as well. I have zero doubt we're definitely gonna see a game similar to Uncharted if we don't get Uncharted 5. Uncharted is one of the best-selling game out there. There's no doubt that they're not gonna do what made them successful in the past. Speaking of Battlefield 6, Game Rant says this Battlefield 6 rumor may suggest game is ripping off of Modern Warfare. Now, don't get your pitchforks out there because this is just a rumor as of right now, but really, man, I look at Modern Warfare, I look at Activision, I look at EA, bro. Like, both of them, they want to make moolah. And when you consider the fact that Modern Warfare was the best-selling game, it is the best-selling game out there. Like, your opinion don't matter. My opinion don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you love the game. It doesn't matter if you hated the game. It doesn't matter what your opinion is on that 20 billion kilograms of skill-based matchmaking. The fact of the matter is that this game sold well. EA, they probably saw Activision printing Benjamins on a daily basis. Like, they were doing helicopters with their woolies, so they're definitely gonna take inspiration from that game. And taking inspiration is fine, but are they gonna take inspiration from that like multiplayer skill-based matchmaking? I got no idea, stud muffins. I'm hoping that DICE take inspiration from Call of Duty like story narrative, right? I would absolutely love to see like strong story-driven characters in Battlefield franchise, just like how we got really good and memorable characters in the Call of Duty franchise. Battlefield deserve to get some of their own as well. So if they're gonna take inspiration in that regards, that's actually good. I'm all up for it. But if they're gonna take inspiration about skill-based matchmaking, yo, I'm all. But speaking of God of War Fallen, this is a comic that will fill the gap between God of War 3 and the 2018 reboot, and it's actually coming out on March 10. And that is number 1. Thank you for subscribing, but hit the subscribe bell so I can interrupt you every time you're about to score on your crush. Check out this video on the screen. You're gonna get an instant kick of dopamine, and we'll see you right there.
My boy in here getting fitted for my wedding. You know what I mean?